Hey guys. Okay, this week I'm very excited to show this to you. It is how I prepare myself to get out of the house. This first one is going to be a totally chill version where like you wake up, you have to, run to the gym or like bring your kid to school or run out and get groceries or whatever it is. Like this is very like the real natural way, not the natural look, which really takes an hour and a half to do. So this is the full on like 5 minutes getting ready. I just don't want to look like crap and like go out the door. Many of you guys might not know this, but I've been getting my hair and makeup done for, so long. I've learned so many cool tricks. And I've done both of my sisters' hair and makeup for their wedding with extensions, eyelashes, the whole thing. I was a professional hair and makeup person. Whenever my friends have dates, I do their hair and makeup. My one friend who has a kid, I did her kid's makeup for her prom and, her hair and makeup for the prom. And so this is something that I do a lot. I love doing it. I'm like, a secretive hair and makeup stylist. But yeah, it's fun. I love doing it. And I'm going to share some tips that I've learned over the years. Okay, so my hair's still wet. This is literally what my hair looks like if I don't do anything to it. My sisters and I refer to it as the wolf. So this is called Rockin' the Wolf. We're gonna tame it because it's kind of hard to leave the house with this happening right now. Okay, so again, this is like the very chill version of just trying to put yourself together a little bit and then getting out the door. So this is the under part of my hair is still wet. This part is the most kind of unruly that we need to kind of tame. So what I'll do is I have my little roller brush. I have my hair dryer. I have my little curling iron. I like this kind of curling iron. It's easy for me to maneuver. And those fancy ones with like the clanky thing that you can, that a lot of the hairstylists use, I've gotten those because I know they're really good. I cannot figure out how to use them. This one is super easy. I've had one just like this since I was like 15 years old. They're really cheap. You can just buy them at any Rite Aid or Duane Reade or whatever, drugstores near you. Super easy, very, versatile. I like it. And this is a ceramic straightening iron. If you don't have one, you have to get one. The ceramic can get really hot and not damage your hair. It's a lot better than metal. These things are awesome. So these things are eye pads. They go under your eye. I never used these before. I did this movie called Girl on the Train. It was before I became a mother, but I was doing a lot, I think I was filming 3 things at once and I was really tired. The makeup artist was like, do you want some, eye pads? And I was like, I don't really use those, And now, as a working mom, I use them every day. But she got me onto these iPads, so I went out on my own to find my favorite ones, and I'm going to show you what my favorite ones are. So it's this company called Wander Beauty that I found out about it. I really like their stuff. These are called baggage claim eye masks, and I'll tell you why I like these the best in a second. These are ones that we actually use at work. So, a lot of the girls, most of the time when we're shooting Orange, we don't get a lot of makeup or anything. So if it's a scene where we can actually look like somewhat normal, especially if it's a flashback or something, where we wear these little eye patches. And this is another version that I just bought on Amazon just to try them. These are okay as a backup, but at work I wear these. So here's why I love these Wander Beauty ones. So my eye is more of like an almond shape. So these are really great for me because see how they're kind of like fat and wide and they're not super like scoopy? These fit really well under my eyes. Whereas these, if I use these, this part goes up into my eye and it's really annoying. So whenever I use these, I have to cut the tip off to make it more flat and it's kind of annoying. So these I'll use at work, and that's fine. But in my day-to-day life, just kind of getting myself ready to not look tired, I'll use these Wander Beauty ones. I will throw these on while I'm doing my hair and, multitasking. You guys know I love to multitask. So we're gonna put these on you know, clean your face. It's funny, my daughter's so used to seeing me with these on my face now, she usually tries to pull them off, and she keeps wanting to wear them, and I'm like, you don't have to wear these yet. You're very lucky. So you'll have these on, and now we're just gonna do the really quick au naturel, let's just get this going. This is just a little squirt bottle with water. If this area looks nice and smooth, it gives the illusion that your hair is done and nice looking. So a little trick is I'll just wet the sides and just this top here. And then we're just gonna blow it out. You wanna get a nice like grip, see how it's hooked in there? And then just pull straight down. Because you wanna just smooth it out. And I probably go over this like 5 or 6 times. And then that side is pretty much done. So now flop it over. I do one side, then I go right to the other. Because my hair is pretty thick, especially after I've had kids, like it changes the consistency of your hair and it gets a little more coarse. And mine has gotten a lot more coarse and more unruly because of the hormones and everything after you have kids. So for me, I know a lot of women pull straight out. That gives them more body. I don't personally like that because my hair is already so kind of big. I want to bring it down and smooth it down. So if you have hair that's a little more fine, then what you want to do is pull it more out like that so that it gets more body. But for me, I like bringing everything down at an angle. Okay, great. So the 2 sides are pretty much dry. Then we're going to come up here and we're going to start, I just kind of part it right in the middle. And no matter how I'm going to style it later, when I'm blowing it out, I always just kind of part it in the middle like this. And then same thing, get a nice hook on that brush. And we're going to pull straight down. Okay, so that's good. Then let's just do the other side. And then you can do, you know, hold it there for a second. Okay, great. So now this is dry and this front section is pretty smooth. Sometimes we'll get invited to these different kind of things like where companies will give out a bunch of stuff because they want us to have them and post about it or whatever. This company gave me this at some gifting suite, I'm not kidding, 10 years ago. And I have not been able to find another hair oil that I love as much as this. I can't find it anywhere. One of my friends actually tracked this company down on Amazon and bought like the last 5 bottles that are out there. But some kind of hair oil that you like that's not super heavy, I put it in when my hair's really wet. And then after I blow it out, before I put the straightening iron on it, you want to put in a little bit more oil because that helps it stay smooth. And not a lot at all, just like a little dime size. Because depending on the consistency of your hair, if you put too much oil in it, it'll weigh it down. My hair just sucks this stuff up. But even still, for now, I just kind of do a little bit at a time because if you overdo it with the oil, it's really hard to bring it back. So now with a little flat brush, you just want to do, again, smooth it out. This is a little trick. They always go through it with the brush and they kind of do it in little layers, just like this. And you want to keep it moving down and fluid and smooth with the brush. Okay, great. So that little section is totally nice and smooth, and it's giving the illusion that the wolf is not back here. So this is good. Okay, again, and I'm going a little slower so I can show you guys. Normally, you know, when you get the hang of this, you can whip through your hair and probably this natural look, just like running out the door, probably 5 minutes. But you want, the main thing is you just want to get this front area nice and smooth. And then I'm doing it slower. I would love to do it at like real speed so you guys can see how quick it is. But for right now, this is, I'm just sharing with you guys how I do it. And then as you do it, you'll get faster. So then now this, again, nice little smooth strokes with the brush. So you just kind of go through it in layers. That's one thing that all the pros do. They do their hair in little layers. Okay, so this side is pretty much done. See what I mean? So it's just that nice little smooth area, and it makes it look like everything else is kind of done back there. So let's just do the other side. Right now, when I'm doing my natural look, I start from the top like this, and so I'm just kind of doing the front part of my hair. But you kind of want to get into the habit of, I use my finger, but like if you ever get your hair done, they have the brushes, professionally that they slice it through and, get the thing. So because I've been doing this for so long, I just use my pinky and I slice through to get that layer. And it's just a little habit that I've picked up, over the years of getting my hair done and then doing it myself. So then this last little layer in front of the ear here. So now that you have your bangs smoothed out and the sides of your face, now what I'll do is, I have like these 80s scrunchies that I love. Get one that's similar to your hair color or any kind of rubber band or whatever. I always get them that are my same hair color so they kind of blend in. I like these just because they don't leave those kind of indentations on your hair. And I don't know, ever since I was a kid, I've been using these and it's just a habit. But what I'll do is, because the wolf, remember, is hiding back here, so you want to cover that. So what I'll do is I'll just take my hair and just put it in like a little bun, or however you want to do it. You can braid it, you can put it in like a loose braid. But the main thing is pull it back or braid it or whatever kind of cool way you want to do that. And then I'll pull out these little hairs on the side. And then I'll pull out, like two little pieces in the front. And just kind of, mess it up a little bit. You can even, tuck one side so it's a little hairdo. And then this is like my natural run out of the house super quick. The wolf is hidden and your hair looks like really pretty and smooth. So that is my au naturel look to do my hair. And on top of that, these have been sitting on here for a few minutes. Take them off. You want to keep that, you want to rub that stuff in. So that kind of helps make you look refreshed. It makes the bags go away, moisturizes, helps our cause a lot. So now, again, what I'll do is to quickly get out of the house. There's a few things that make a huge difference. And I'll get these questions in interviews where they're like, they'll ask, if you were stranded on a desert island, what are the 3 things you would need with you to like look good? The first thing I always say is an eyelash curler. Eyelash curlers are the key to any face looking great. Also, because I have almond-shaped eyes, my lashes they grow kind of down and out. So for me, I have to curl them because it opens up my eye. One thing that my mom actually instilled in me as a young kid was she also was she was full on like always hair and makeup. Oh, I'm talking went to sleep with her face on. She was like that kind of dynasty generation with like the shoulder pads. She was full on. And I think that's probably one of the reasons people would call me a tomboy growing up because I kind of rebelled against that. But she did teach me some cool things growing up she did teach me some amazing things when it came to makeup, even though I didn't really wear it too much as a youngster. But I started getting it professionally done when I, got into my kind of racket that I do now. But one thing she always talked about was making everything go up. So whether it's, I went to choral concerts as a kid where she would do my makeup and it was a complete disaster because she didn't really know how to blend. But she did teach me about contour and about making everything go up. So eyelash curler, lashes going up, any kind of eyeshadow or eyeliner, always like bring it up at the end so it brings everything up. So going with that, eyelash curler. So one of the things is eyelash curler, whatever your favorite lipstick is. I don't actually like lipsticks. This is like a pencil from this company called Bite. And I like it because they really try to do the right thing with natural ingredients. But, it's hard to find 100% organic everything unless it's, when it comes to makeup. I have this organic chapstick that I use all the time because I don't really do a lot of glossy stuff. I like everything to kind of look more natural. But I do like this company. They make this great lip pencil. This color is Bouquet. It's called Bite, and they try to do the right thing with the ingredients. So I like them. Eyelash curler, lip, and contour. These are 3 things that if you're stranded on a desert island and want to try to look decent, these are the things. So we're gonna take these and just kind of, elevate them a little bit in terms of getting out of the house. First things first, curly eyelashes. So what I'll do is I'll start at the base. Also, this is a Shoot Umera eyelash curler. I've been doing this for over 20 years. This is the best eyelash curler I've ever been able to find. It's the Shoot Umera one. It's amazing. So I'm gonna do one eye and then show you the difference. Again, keep in mind, your lashes and the shape of your face is gonna be different, but I'll just show you why I love this so much. So you just kind of figure out how it works for you. I go all the way down to the base, I squeeze and push my hand out to really get that nice curl. And then I'll move it out a couple more times to get all the way up to the tip of the lash. So the whole thing, you don't want to just curl it once because then it just like curls and it's straight up. But you want to kind of hold that first one and then crimp out to the ends of the lash. So hold it, turn, and now I'm crimping out. I probably do like 2 more. So now, I don't know if you can see this. You can see this side of my face, my eye immediately opens up. And this side is, my lashes are still kind of flopped down, but it really does look different. So let me do the other eye so I don't look like totally weird over here. Here's another little thing that I always have in my makeup kit. This is a corner eyelash curler. This thing is amazing. I love this thing. Sometimes when you curl your lashes, the ends don't fully get in there and curl. So this is a little crimper for the edge of your eyelash, and it helps make such a difference. You just kind of slide it right on there and you just pinch and it just brings it up. And I usually just do right on the edge and then one right next to it, and that just brings it up even more. So again, with my eyelash curler, this is always in my kit. This is another version of it, because sometimes, again, these aren't super easy to find, but this is another version. It has this little pad that when you put on it, like pushes your eye up. I don't like this as much. This one I can maneuver a lot easier. If you see a picture of this, it's the same concept. It's just a little trickier to use. It's also a lot fatter. And this one is a lot thinner, so it's just easier to handle. This one is, in a pinch, no pun intended, in a pinch, it's good, whatever. Hair's done, you curled your eyelashes. Now we're gonna put on a little lip. All right, and now we're just gonna do a little bit of contour. This is all stuff I actually use, so it's like kind of worn and broken, because this is like my real stuff that I use. I'm using this as a contour brush, because my daughter pulled my brush off it landed on the floor and it's not usable right now. So this one I just grabbed because now I'm using this one. It's not really a contour brush. All you moms out there, sometimes you just gotta make do. I just grabbed this out of there and I'm like, all right, we'll use this one now. So you just kind of want to brush it. You want to find out where like the middle of your cheek is, right under your cheekbone. And what you want to do is you want to brush the contour kind of under your cheekbone and up. So the powder, you kind of find that under your cheekbone and kind of brush it under and up. Then you want to go around your forehead, which I know seems kind of weird, but you want to go around your forehead. And then I always do the sides of my nose because it thins out your nose. My mom taught me that when I was a kid because that's what she would do. And then under your jawline. And those are the main places that you usually want to contour. So I'll put a little bit also on my eyes, just because it kind of helps just give a little bit dimension, So another thing that's really cool that I like to do that'll make you kind of look more fresh and awake is I'll kind of fill in my eyebrows a little bit. Not too much, because you still want to give the illusion that you're like, oh, I just rolled out of bed and look like this. But this is a little trick to help kind of make you look a little more together. You just fill in your eyebrow really lightly. With any kind of, some people use pencil. I like using powder with a tiny little brush like that because it's softer. So then what I'll do is I'll put the powder on my eyebrow, and I have this little mascara brush. I don't know if you can see, it's a little mascara brush, and I have a bunch of clean ones of these. And then I'll just brush through it. And then you can see the difference too. You can see that this eyebrow, you know, it looks a little bit more awake and fresh and, you know. So now we're just gonna do the other side so it matches. With my eyebrows, what I do is I'll put this on, then this thick fat part of my brow, I'll brush kind of down to the side, and then under the arch, I'll brush it up. So you kind of give this nice kind of arch. A lot of people just brush straight up the whole way, and maybe that works for your face. For me, over the years, I've just gotten to the habit of I brush kind of down and to the side, then up in the archway, and then I carve everything down at the end. So it just kind of gives a nice shape. So brush down and to the side, and then in the arch up, and then I just kind of smooth it at the corner, and it gives a nice little arch. This is my mascara I use no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm running out of the house or I'm going to a meeting or whether I'm filming at work or going to a black tie event or a red carpet event or whatever it is. It's called Lash Discovery, and I always use very black. You can use brown if you want to do more natural look, but one of the things for me is I have to use waterproof mascara because my lashes are really light, and because, you know, they kind of grow out, we just did this job of like curling them up with the Umar eyelash curler in the corner, and you want them to stay up. So you don't want really heavy. A lot of these designer mascaras have a lot of different ingredients in them that make my lashes flop down because they're heavy. You know, the mascara has a lot of stuff in it, so it like weighs it down. It's really thick. This one I found is waterproof, so it won't run, and it's also really light. So for any of you guys out there that wear makeup, this is an awesome mascara. And just whether it's this or not, it doesn't matter. Just try different mascaras and notice which ones that you put on after you curl them. See which ones kind of make your lashes flop down, because then that sucks. You know what I mean? But this one I've noticed is a really light one, and it works well for me. Again, these are all things, I mean, besides like the Wander Beauty stuff and the Bite that are newer companies, this kind of stuff, like this mascara, I've been using this since I was a kid. Like there's some things that my Umar eyelash curler, you know, there's a bunch of stuff that I've been using forever. This is one of those things. Okay, great. So last thing we're gonna do, one little thin coat of mascara. If you want, do 2 coats, do the bottom lashes. For me, when I'm just doing my quick out of the house thing, I'll just do 1 coat. So, okay, this is the very natural look. Also, if you're, you know, this is a totally basic, but if you have a couple of blemishes that you want to cover, just pop on a little bit of concealer in those specific spots. If you happen to have some dark circles, you know, put a little bit of concealer on those. It doesn't mean you have to do a full face of makeup. You can just, you know, you can just put in any little spots if you need to. You know, like I'll tend to get red around my nose. When I'm doing my, you know, natural look to just run out the door, I won't even do this if I'm really in a rush. But if you want to just pump it up a little bit, you know, you can just put a little bit of whatever concealer you use. You can just put a little bit on those spots, you know, like under the eye, corner of the nose, chin, and then just do a little bit of powder, and that can, you know, help if you have blemishes like we all get. So cool. So this is the natural look. I hope this will help you to get preps in and out of the door quickly. Subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you can see when I put up a new video. Thanks, guys.